The Fiendsmith engine in Master Duel consists of 2 Engraver, 1 Fabled Lurry, 2 Fiendsmith Tract, 1 Requiem, 1 Sequence, 1 Lacrima, 1 Desirae, 1 rank 6 XYZ monster being either Beatrice or Wave High King Caesar. Optionally, you can also add Moon of the Closed Heaven in any deck to gain access to Fiendsmith combos if your deck do not have access to a light fiend monster. Due to the deck's lack of summoning restrictions, the Fiendsmith cards make a great engine for summoning rank 6 monsters or link climbing plays without losing card advantage. One way these cards can be used is by hard-drawing Engraver for a 1-card combo, or by converting any 2-effect monsters into Moon of the Closed Heaven into Fiendsmith combo for a rank 6 monster, link climbing plays, or being able to bait out powerful hand traps like Ash Blossom, Imperm, and Valor, and in some decks being able to bridge into your deck's 1-card starters. This engine also allows you to be able to set up disruptions and negations without using your normal summon. In Master Duel currently, the Fiendsmith engine is not at full power since Konami has yet to release Lacrima, the Crimson Tears, and Necroquip Princess, which will allow Fiendsmith Tract by itself to be a 1-card combo. Activate Engraver's effect, discarding itself. Add Fiendsmith Tract. Activate Tract to add and discard Fabled Lurry. Fabled Lurry special summons itself when discarded. Link into Requiem. Activate Requiem, tributing itself to summon another Engraver from deck. Activate Engraver effect Engrave to special summon itself by shuffling Lurry into the deck. Link summon into Sequence. Activate Sequence effect to fusion summon into Lacrima using Requiem and Engraver. Activate Lacrima's effect to special summon Engraver from the graveyard. Activate Tract's effect Engrave by banishing it to fusion summon Desirae. Activate Lacrima's Grave effect to shuffle Engraver back into the deck and inflict 1200 damage to your opponent. Activate Requiem's effect Engrave to equip itself to Desirae to make it untargetable by your opponent's card effects. What this achieves is a Desirae that is untargetable by your opponent's card effects, and you can negate up to 2 face-up card effects on the field. This also includes the effects of face-up spell and trap cards. This effect is similar to Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. The second Desirae line is similar to the first combo, ending on 2 negates but leaves Engraver Engrave for a potential follow-up. The divergence of the combo line comes up when you revive your second Engraver from the grave using its effect. Activate Fiendsmith's Tract effect, banishing itself to fusion summon into Lacrima using both Engravers on the field. Use Lacrima's effect when summoned to special summon Engraver from the graveyard. Link summon into Sequence using both monsters. Activate Sequence effect to fusion summon into Desirae by shuffling Lacrima, Requiem, and Engraver into the deck, leaving 1 Engraver in the grave. Activate Sequence's second effect to equip itself to Desirae, making it untargetable by your opponent's card effects. Desirae can only activate its effect to negate once, so use it wisely. Desirae cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effects while equipped with Sequence, but it can be destroyed by card effects and is affected by non-targeting card effects. By having Fiendsmith Engraver in the grave, you can potentially follow up into another Fiendsmith combo on your next turn. This example shows that the Fiendsmith engine is very recyclable as long as you have another light fiend in the grave for Engraver to shuffle back, in this case being Sequence. This can also allow you to potentially bait out any of your opponent's negates and break boards using the Fiendsmith effects I will show in the video. The Fiendsmith engine allows for such plays and will be even more consistent when Lacrima the Crimson Tears is released in Master Duel. The third Desirae line is similar to the second Desirae combo line, using Tract's effect banishing itself to fusion summon into Lacrima, but does not leave an Engraver for a follow-up, sacrificing consistency for an extra Desirae negate. I emphasize that it is highly recommended to shuffle back Requiem into the extra deck using Desirae effect when it leaves the field, so you don't hurt your Fiendsmith engine consistency for the grind game. The divergence of this combo compared to the second line is that it shuffles back 2 Engravers and Lacrima, leaving only Requiem in the grave. Activate Sequence effect to fusion summon into Desirae using the 2 Engravers and Lacrima, leaving Requiem in the grave. Activate Sequence effect to equip itself to Desirae, making it untargetable by your opponent's card effects. Then activate Requiem effect Engrave to attach itself to Desirae, increasing its attack by 600. This combo allows Desirae to negate up to 3 cards in a single activation. Activate Engraver's effect, discarding itself. Add Fiendsmith Tract. Activate Tract to add and discard Fabled Lurry. Fabled Lurry special summons itself when discarded. Link into Requiem. Activate Requiem, tributing itself to summon another Engraver from deck. Activate Engraver effect Engrave to special summon itself by shuffling Lurry into the deck. Link summon into sequence. Activate sequence effect to fusion summon into Lacrima using Requiem and Engraver. Activate Lacrima's effect to special summon Engraver from the graveyard. Link summon into Apollousa using all 3 monsters as material, granting you 3 monster negates before your normal summon. Activate Lacrima's effect in the grave shuffling back sequence to inflict 1200 damage your opponent. Activate Engraver's effect discarding itself. Add Fiendsmith Tract. Activate Tract to add and discard Fabled Lurry. Fabled Lurry special summons itself when discarded. Link into Requiem. Activate Requiem, tributing itself to summon another Engraver from deck. Activate Engraver effect Engrave to special summon itself by shuffling Lurry into the deck. Now with 2 level 6 monsters on the field, Xyz summon into a rank 6 Xyz monster, in this case Beatrice. The same combo can also Xyz summon DDD Wave High King Caesar. Beatrice can be used to send any card from your deck to the grave, and this allows you to send 2 cards if you keep Beatrice on the field. 1 on your turn, 1 on your opponent's turn, allowing you to send transactional rollback and any normal trap cards effect that you wish to copy. Beatrice can also send Rainbow Bridge for you to search field spell for decks that use it as a starter like Centurion, Velmonica, Yubel, and other similar decks. You can also make Beatrice with the normal Fiendsmith combo line. This is a better way to make Beatrice using Fiendsmith, since this allows you to not only end on Beatrice but also have materials for link plays after using Beatrice effect. This combo can also be used in certain decks to bridge into your 1-card starters and your deck's main combo lines. This combo is best paired with decks like Snake Eyes, Sprites, Yubel, etc., as it does not use your normal summon, and there are link monsters that allow you to special summon your starters from the graveyard, although you would need to have space in your extra deck for this combo. Instead of making a rank 6 Xyz, link the 2 Engraver into sequence. Activate sequence effect on the field to fusion summon into Fiendsmith Lacrima by shuffling Requiem and Engraver, leaving only 1 Engraver in the grave. Activate Lacrima's effect to special summon Engraver from the graveyard. Then, at this point you can Xyz summon into Beatrice using Lacrima and Engraver. Send your 1-card starter to the grave with Beatrice's effect, in this case Snake Eye Ash since we are using the Snake Eye engine. Link summon into Promethean Princess using sequence and Beatrice. Activate Lacrima effect to shuffle back sequence and inflict 1200 damage to your opponent. Leave Engraver engrave for follow-up. Activate Promethean Princess effect to special summon Snake Eye Ash from the grave, then continue your combo. This combo does not use your normal summon, hence making it versatile and allows you to use Snake Eyes in any deck before you commit to your deck's main combo as long as you have the space in your extra deck. Just keep in mind about the restrictions of Promethean Princess and that you have already used Promethean Princess effect to revive so that you can optimally play around those restrictions. I highly recommend you to mess around with this utility while you still can, since Beatrice is banned in both OCG and TCG currently. We are expecting it soon as well in Master Duel unless Konami decides otherwise. To be more detailed in how Beatrice is broken with Fiendsmith, it allows you to floodgate your opponent with trap cards and trap decks, but also access full combos for most decks, raising the skill ceiling of most decks in the game. These are some examples of shenanigans that you can do with this combo. This combo uses Moon of the Closed Heaven to access your Fiendsmith engine by having 3 extra bodies for you to complete the combo. Link 2 effect monsters into Moon of the Closed Heaven. Link off Moon of the Closed Heaven into Requiem. Activate Requiem effect, tributing itself to special summon Engraver to the field. Link summon sequence using Engraver and the last extra body you have on the field. Activate sequence effect to fusion summon Lacrima using Closed Heaven and Requiem. Activate Lacrima effect to add Engraver to your hand. Activate Engraver's effect discarding itself to add Tract. Activate Tract to add and discard Fabled Lurry. Fabled Lurry special summons itself when discarded. Link summon Cross Sheep using Fabled Lurry and sequence. Activate Engraver engrave to special summon itself to a Link arrow that Cross Sheep's points to by shuffling sequence. Activate Cross Sheep effect to special summon Fabled Lurry from the graveyard. Xyz summon Beatrice using Engraver and Lacrima. Activate Beatrice to send a card from your deck to the grave by detaching Engraver. Link summon into Apollousa using Cross Sheep, Beatrice, and Fabled Lurry. Activate Lacrima effect Engrave to shuffle back Fabled Lurry and inflicting 1200 damage to your opponent. This combo can be done in many different ways, but this combo achieves a Beatrice and Link plays without hard drawing into Engraver. It is a good way to access Fiendsmith after being hand-trapped. This is a deviation from the first combo where you immediately go into a 4-material Apollousa, which is also a viable option. I will show you even more options and ideas on how to utilize the Closed Heaven into Fiendsmith combo in this video, especially for going second. This combo will show you the use of Sanct in Master Duel, currently enabling Fiendsmith Tract to be a 1.5 card combo, needing a discard. This combo starts with activating Fiendsmith Tract, adding Engraver and discarding a card. Activate Engraver effect, discarding itself to add Sanct. Activate Sanct effect, summoning a Fiend token to the field. Link it off to summon Requiem. Activate Requiem effect, tributing itself to special summon Engraver. Activate Engraver effect in the grave to revive itself by shuffling Requiem. Activate the effect of Tract in the grave, banishing itself to fusion summon Lacrima using the 2 Engravers on the field. Activate Lacrima effect when summoned to revive Engraver from the grave. Link summon sequence using Lacrima and Engraver. Do not activate Lacrima effect in the grave. Activate sequence effect to fusion summon Desirae using Lacrima and the 2 Engravers in the grave. Activate sequence effect, attaching itself to Desirae, making it untargetable by your opponent's card, and 2 negates in a single activation. In this segment, I will explain why Necroquip and Lacrima the Crimson Tears is essential to the Fiendsmith combo. Currently in Master Duel both are yet to be released, hence Closed Heaven needs 3 bodies instead of 2, and Tract is not a 1-card combo. As you can see, when making Moon of the Closed Heaven you only need 2 bodies, and when we link it into Requiem, it is going to tribute itself for Engraver. When Lacrima the Crimson Tears is released, we will tribute Requiem for Crimson Tears instead, and Crimson Tears will send Engraver to the grave, while Necroquip only needs a Fiend equipped with an equip card to be fusioned without the need of a polymerization card, allowing for rank 6 Xyz Turbo to require less summons. The next segment will show you future combos when both cards are released, including 1 Card Tract combo with use of Lacrima and Necroquip, so you will be ready when it releases in Master Duel. Activate Tract to add and discard Fabled Lurry. Fabled Lurry special summons itself when discarded. Link summon into Requiem. Activate Requiem effect, tributing itself to special summon Engraver. Activate Requiem effect Engrave to equip itself to Engraver. Special summon Necroquip Princess by sending Engraver and the Requiem equipped to it. Activate Engraver effect Engrave to special summon itself. Xyz summon into a rank 6 Xyz using Necroquip Princess and Engraver. Activate Tract to add and discard Fabled Lurry. Fabled Lurry special summons itself when discarded. Link summon into Requiem. Activate Requiem effect to tribute itself and summon Crimson Tears. Activate Crimson Tears effect to send Engraver to grave from deck. Activate Requiem effect Engrave to equip itself to Crimson Tears. Special summon Necroquip Princess by sending Crimson Tears and the Requiem equipped to it. Activate Engraver effect Engrave to special summon itself. Xyz summon into a rank 6 Xyz using Necroquip Princess and Engraver. Activate Engraver's effect, discarding itself. Add Fiendsmith Tract. Activate Tract to add and discard Fabled Lurry. Fabled Lurry special summons itself when discarded. Link into Requiem. Activate Requiem effect to tribute itself and summon Crimson Tears. Activate Crimson Tears effect to send Engraver to grave from deck. Activate Crimson Tears effect to send Engraver to grave from deck. Activate Crimson Tears effect to tribute itself and summon Crimson Tears. Activate Crimson Tears effect to send Engraver to grave from deck. Activate Crimson Tears effect to send Engraver to grave from deck. Activate Engraver's effect Engrave to special summon itself, shuffling Fabled Lurry. Link summon into sequence using Crimson Tears and Engraver. Activate sequence effect to fusion summon Lacrima by shuffling Engraver and Crimson Tears. Then, revive Engraver using Lacrima's effect. After this point, you can continue into any of the relevant Fiendsmith combos shown in this video. Activate Engraver's effect, discarding itself. Add Fiendsmith Tract. Activate Tract to add and discard Fabled Lurry. Fabled Lurry special summons itself when discarded. Link into Requiem. Activate Requiem effect to tribute itself and summon Crimson Tears. Activate Crimson Tears effect to send Fiendsmith Kyrie to the grave. Activate Engraver's effect Engrave to special summon itself shuffling Fabled Lurry. Link summon into sequence using Crimson Tears and Engraver. Activate sequence effect to fusion summon Desirae using Engraver, Crimson Tears, and Requiem. Link summon into Fiendsmith Explained using sequence and Desirae. Activate Explained's effect to special summon Desirae from the grave, then equipping itself to Desirae. Activate Fiendsmith's Kyrie effect Engrave banishing itself to fusion summon Fiendsmith Rex Tremendi using Desirae and the equipped Explained on the field. Activate Rex Tremendi's effect to discard a card and send Crimson Tears to the grave. Activate sequence effect Engrave to equip itself to Rex Tremendi, making it untargetable and unaffected by other card effects except Fiendsmith cards. End your turn. During your opponent's turn, activate Crimson Tears effect by shuffling itself to special summon Fiendsmith Explained from the grave. Activate Explained's effect to special summon Desirae from the grave, then equipping itself to Desirae. What this achieves is a triple negate on a single activation and an unaffected by other card effect except Fiendsmith card boss monster on the field, all without using your normal summon. The basic combo to break boards going second with Fiendsmith starts with the basic Fiendsmith combo by discarding Engraver to add Tract. Activate Tract to add and discard Fabled Lurry. Fabled Lurry special summons itself when discarded. Link summon into Requiem. Activate Requiem effect tributing itself to special summon Engraver. Activate Requiem effect Engrave to equip itself to Engraver. Activate Engraver effect to send the equipped Requiem to the grave to send one of your opponent's monster to the graveyard. Activate Engraver effect in the grave to special summon itself by shuffling Lurry. Link away both Engravers to link summon sequence. Activate sequence effect to fusion summon Desirae by shuffling Requiem and both Engravers. Link summon into SP Little Knight using sequence and Desirae. Activate SP effect to banish a card from the field or grave. Chain Desirae effect Engrave to shuffle sequence and send a monster on the field to the graveyard. This combo totals to 2 monster send from field to the grave and a card banish. Next we will see more combos for board breaking using the Fiendsmith engine going second. Activate Engraver's effect discarding itself. Add Fiendsmith Tract. Activate Tract to add and discard Fabled Lurry. Fabled Lurry special summons itself when discarded. Link summon into Requiem. Activate Requiem effect tributing itself to special summon Engraver. Activate Requiem effect Engrave to equip itself to Engraver. Activate Engraver effect to send the equipped Requiem to the grave to send one of your opponent's monster to the graveyard. Activate Engraver effect in the grave to special summon itself by shuffling Lurry. For this combo we are going into a rank 6 XZ and going into battle phase. You can also overlay the rank 6 XZ into Gaia Dragon, the Thunder Charger before your battle phase to deal piercing damage. The Fiendsmith engine can be used as a 4-material Zeus Turbo combo line and board wiping your opponent before committing to a play. Threatening your opponent with a board wipe can bait out negates or spells and traps that your opponent have been keeping for one reason or the other, and a 4-material Zeus threatens the opponent with the risk of a simple board state for them. This variation of the Boardbreaker needs you to play Jinzo-Layered. This combo diverges from the previous combo by linking off the 2 Engraver into sequence instead of XZ summoning immediately. Activating sequence effect to fusion summon Lacrima by shuffling Requiem and Engraver. Activate Lacrima effect to special summon Engraver from the grave. Use the 2 level 6 monster to XZ summon Jinzo-Layered. Activate Jinzo-Layered effect to steal one of your opponent's monster. Enter the battle phase and attack your opponent's monster with Jinzo-Layered. Link off sequence and your opponent's monster into SP Little Knight. Activate SP effect to banish a card from the field or grave. On your main phase 2 you can now XZ summon into Zeus. This combo makes you end on SP banish and Zeus board wipe on the following turn if you fail to OTK. This combo involves the Moon of the Closed Heaven line. This combo line using Closed Heaven is probably better for board breaking but requires 3 available bodies for full combo without Crimson Tears. Link off 2 effect monsters into Closed Heaven. Link summon Requiem using Closed Heaven. Activate Requiem tributing itself to special summon Engraver. Equip Requiem to Engraver. Activate Engraver to send Requiem and one of your opponent's monster. Link summon sequence using Engraver and another monster. Activate sequence effect to fusion summon Lacrima by shuffling Closed Heaven and Requiem. Activate Lacrima effect to add Engraver from your grave to your hand. Activate Engraver effect discarding itself to add Tract. Activate Tract to add and discard Fabled Lurry. Fabled Lurry special summons itself when discarded. Link summon into Cross Sheep by using sequence and Fabled Lurry. Activate Engraver effect Engrave to special summon Engraver to a Link arrow Cross Sheep points to. Link summon Topologic Zeroboros using sequence, Engraver, and Lacrima. Link summon Linkuribo using Fabled Lurry to a Link arrow Zeroboros points to. This activates Zeroboros effect banishing all cards on the field. Be sure to not have cards you want to use later on the field, hence using Zeroboros effect needs to be done before committing to your plays. This second deviation from the Closed Heaven Boardbreaker line requires you to link summon Closed Heaven again for a second time using Cross Sheep and a monster and activating Closed Heaven effect to allow you to use a monster that Closed Heaven points to as a material for a Link 5 monster using Closed Heaven and that monster. Use 2 of your opponent's monsters including Closed Heaven and 1 of your own as material to link summon Underworld Goddess, activating its effect on summon to negate all face-up monsters your opponent controls. This third deviation of the Closed Heaven combo line is similar to the second one. You link summon Closed Heaven for a second time and use its effect to use 1 of your opponent's monster Closed Heaven points to as material. Instead of link summoning Goddess of the Underworld, we link summon Borrelend Dragon. This allows you to attack all of your opponent's monsters once each and clear monsters off your opponent's field. Another potential use of this engine as a board breaker is utilizing Fiendsmith Tract as a tech card for Santa Claus. Tract can allow you to search a monster that has a similar effect to Kaijus tributing your opponent's monster. This is useful especially to overcome a monster that is unaffected by other card effects. It is known that the Fiendsmith engine is commonly used with Snake Eyes that allows you to go further beyond the normal Fiendsmith combos. Hence there is an interaction which is important to note between Desirae and Promethean Princess if you decide to play both engines in a deck. You can actually negate your own Promethean Princess with the use of Desirae to overcome the fire lock that Promethean Princess has while it is on the field, allowing you to special summon non-fire monsters despite having Promethean on the field. This is particularly useful to link summon into a Link 4 monster using Promethean Princess or continuing your combos without being fire locked. Another tip with the Fiendsmith engine and Desirae is that it can also negate face-up field spells, continuous spells, or continuous traps including field spells like Sangen Summoning, Floodgates that does not stop you from activating your effects like Rivalry of Warlords or decks with annoying continuous spells that has protection effects like Voiceless Voice. The Fiendsmith engine with Desirae allows you to have a solution to deal against those problems within your deck. A tip alternatively for Necroquip Banshee line without Crimson Tears is to Xyz summon Necroquip Princess and Engraver into Constellar Ptolemy M7. Then, detach Engraver and add back Engraver to the hand to initiate the other Fiendsmith combos shown in this video. This is useful to know when Necroquip Princess is released in Master Duel. The Fiendsmith engine is a versatile engine that can be used to bait out Handtraps or allow you to continue combos after failing to initiate your main combo, making it a very useful engine to win games by playing through several interruptions during your turn. The Fiendsmith engine, however, is weak to certain Handtraps like Droll, Mulch Armies, or Max C, as these Handtraps either put you under a lingering effect for the rest of your turn or stop you from conducting your plays, so it is important to consider playing around those Handtraps or having a play that minimizes the effects of those particular Handtraps.
Thanks for watching. Like, comment and subscribe.